Hello everyone, my name is Omar and today I'm introducing you to an article worth mentioning in the Journal of Accountancy. The title of this article is Climate Change, What the SEC Proposal Means for Companies and Auditors. What this article primarily concerns is a draft proposal from the SEC that would require new climate-related risks and carbon emissions to be disclosed by certain types of companies. If you regularly read SEC-required filings for public companies, you may have noticed that some companies tend to already disclose certain environmental information, such as any future goals or current climate commitments they may have. What this current proposal does is essentially create uniform reporting rules that would make it easier for investors to find, understand, and verify the data. Allow me to summarize the SEC's proposals. The five major points in this proposal are: number one, any possible risks and the likeliness of the impact of those risks on the business. Number two, how the company intends to handle those risks and what procedures they may have put in place. Three, greenhouse gas emissions, which for larger companies will actually require an audit. Number four, financial statement metrics that directly relate to climate. And lastly, five, and any possible climate related targets and goals, as well as a plan for how to meet those goals if present. I believe these proposed requirements are a good first step in acknowledging and mitigating the effects of climate change. As future investors become increasingly more climate conscious, they will likely expect the companies they invest in to also take climate-related issues more seriously. By requiring publicly traded companies to make their emissions public, this could also influence shareholders to appoint board members that align themselves similarly with regard to how they see climate change. Shareholders could also play a more active role in deciding on whether or not a proposed plan is good enough, and they can vote for or against certain proposals by the companies. Ultimately, we will have to wait and see whether or not this proposal passes. If it does, my hope is that it is clear and concise what the expectations of the SEC are, and that there are no burdens on smaller companies, nor are there loopholes or workarounds to avoiding disclosure. Anyway, thanks for listening to my presentation. I hope you've taken away enough to have your own perspective on the matter.